Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Project. In this module, I want to show you how you can use the timeline. So before I do that, I'm going to create some tasks. I'm just going to call this Project A, and then I'll do a few subtasks, Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, and just go for Phase 4. Now, you've got the timeline usually by default on the top of the Gantt chart. You can knock that off in options if you don't want that. Before I do that, let me just do some indents here. Go back to task tab, do some indents. I'll put some durations in. So I'll just go for 2, 3, 2, 4. And let's just link these up. I'll just do a very rudimentary link. The chain link tool up there. So they're all linked, and let's just display them, the labels on the Gantt chart itself. Go into text and just type in name there. OK to that. So that'll put the names on the Gantt chart. Now I want to have a look at the timeline, and I'm going up to this little tool here. And down the bottom there, you've got timeline, and it will give you the timeline. So the tab that appears for the timeline is this one. This allows you to format that timeline. So you've got some tasks. It says there, look, existing tasks. So you can click on these and basically tick whichever one you want. So if I tick phase 1, OK, phase 1 appears on this timeline. Now the scale for the timeline is set through this option. If I go into there, you can, it's using the default times at the minute, but you can actually set this here, selecting a date if you want. I'll leave it on that one. Just click OK. I just thought I'd show you that. Let's click on existing tasks, and I'll go for phase 2. Click in OK. Puts phase 2 there. There's the duration of it. Now you've got an option to have a second timeline, so you can add, see this tool with a little plus. If I click on that, it just gives me another timeline, but I don't want it to be that long, the same length as this one. So this is going up to the end of November. Let me just change the date range on this one. So if I go into there, select this option. So I'll start with today's date, which is the 30th of October, and then go forward into, say, let's go into December. Let's go for the 31st of December. OK to that. So this one is now not picking that up. So what you've got here, if I click on this timeline, so this is active, you can, if there's a task that fits in that timeline, I'll go for phase 3, see where that puts that. It might extend the thing. Let's put it there. So that's OK. That worked. Now, if I keep that one active and just add phase 4, in fact, undo that one. I didn't mean to do that. Add phase 4, like so. Let's put that in there. Now you can change the color of these timelines. If I go up to the top here and select a color, you can see that that will color the timelines like so. You've also got the option to add extra tasks if you so wish. So that is existing tasks. This is a task that doesn't exist. So I'll go for the 25th of November on this one. I've got this one clicked. So new task, completely new task this will be. And then you just type it in as you would in a normal Gantt chart, either in the task information box or straight on the screen. So I'll go phase 5, and I'll go for the 25th of November. OK to that. And then that sits there like that. It's extended this one. So I want to reduce this one back down to what it was. So I'll go back into that. So I don't want this to be growing as it is. So I'll go for today's date and then change that to the 18th of November. So it stays in that sort of date range area like that. So it goes back. You've also got the option to add milestones, add call out tasks. It's just totally up to you how you want to do this. This is, I'll call this end of phases, and that can go, let's go for 1st of December, 2nd of December. Okay, so that's put that there. Now I can pull this and move it up or down, position it wherever I want. If I've got lots of different milestones or tasks, the thing can get quite cluttered. If I go back up to it and do a call out task, I'll call this phase 6, and then you'll see how this one works. So this will be phase 6, and I'll get this one to start on the 1st of December, 2nd of December. And you see that's a call out as well. You can move that one up. Now this one, you can pull off and have these doing the same sort of thing. So you don't have to have the bars on there like that. You can just maneuver them yourself. It's totally up to you. If the timeline's getting too cluttered, that's probably what you would have to do. Now the other thing you've got on there, you've got bar labels. So these are 2 bars. Now you can see this bar's gone really small because I've pulled off the task. So if I go on there and just keep that one active and just create a new task, I'll call it phase 7 for argument's sake, even though it's going before phase 6. Doesn't matter. Phase 7. And we'll have this in the first week of November. So let's go for the 4th of November. It's a 1-day task. And then that makes that bar fill out again, if you like. So it's totally up to you how you want that to be. Let's change the color again. A bit more color to it. Now you've got this bar label option there. So if I click on that top bar and click on bar label, I'm going to call that main. And bar 2, I'm going to call that sub. And that'll just sit in front of the 2 bars that you can see there, like so. So it's totally up to you how you want to do this, how you want to format this. You can copy this if you so wish. You can send it via email or just copy it. What you've created here, though, is going to be sitting on the Gantt chart. If I go back up to the Gantt chart, if you've got it active on the Gantt chart, if I go view and just tick that, you see now it's taking up quite a bit of screen space because of that. That's why quite often people don't have it above the Gantt chart. I might get it. Timeline. Like so. So colours are up to you. However you want to change the colours, you can do so through that. If you want another bar, there's no restriction on how many bars you have, but obviously each time you do a bar, you are going to get this even more cluttered than before. It's totally up to you though. It's useful, I think, for an overview of your project, main milestones or main checkpoints. Useful to share with people, but I don't use it on top of the Gantt chart for that reason. So hopefully this video is of use. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you on the next one.